joined by second-year head coach of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Lions, Coach Don Brown. Coach, first things first, how has the off-season been with all of the COVID restrictions?
One thing that we've done a great job of is taking advantage of the opportunity to get in the classroom some. We've done a really good job as far as teaching our offense, talking about the foundation that we're laying down this year. And so we've taken advantage of it the best way we can, adjusting to the new norm as best as we can. But, we haven't really allowed it to be a crutch in what we're trying to do. We're still trying to find ways to be as creative as possible in order to get it done.
Speaking of getting it done, last year was a year where you just had to get it done. You got on the job a little late. You had to push through. How difficult was that, and how important was it to see light at the end of the tunnel?
You know, taking a job late, I think for any coach is something that you really don't want to do. But when you're thrown that ace, I think you have to play the cards that you have. One thing about it, we were able to still bring in some good pieces, starting recruiting, hitting the road sometime in June and July. Putting together a roster of 15 was difficult, and so, but we had some good pieces here. So bringing in some key recruits alongside with those returners. Changing the mindset and really and truly letting them understand what we're trying to do here, what's going to be important in order for us to be successful, to try to get them to buy into our system and our program. And I think overall, we still were pleased with those stepping stones. We had a lot of victories and small victories, what we like to call them, that we were able to focus on.
Well, Coach, during the COVID-19, you said you were able to get in the classroom, but I think a lot of people were saying this is all a ruse because she's got some people out there in Pine Bluff that are just sitting on the side waiting to be eligible, waiting for their transfer to go through. And how different will your team be in 2021?
I'm blessed to have a great group of young women this year. We had Khadijah Brown, who sat out this past season. She was a starter for us at Jacksonville University when I was an assistant there. Joyce Kennerson, we got her, actually her waiver done and sealed. But we have a lot of good pieces here. I'm excited about it, excited about this season. We'll see how it goes. You got to be able to put all those different pieces together. On paper, we look amazing. I definitely think we look really, really good on paper. But on any given night, we just got to see defensively if this team is going to be able to buy into what we want to be able to do defensively. Offensively, we fixed a few areas that I think that we struggled in last year, being able to shoot the ball long distance, being able to finish at the rim. We brought those pieces in, but one of the biggest things that we want to make sure that we're continuing to do is to be able to get stops. I'm a defensive minded coach, and I want to be able to stop other people from scoring if possible. So I think we fill that void a little bit.
When you look at what the young ladies have had to go through with COVID-19, how resilient is this squad?
COVID has impacted our program before. A lot of our students had come to campus. But with them being able to adjust to the new norm, finding ways to get in the gym. I think at one point, all of they were taking down the goals in the parks, and they couldn't get in the gym. And so continuing to keeping them engaged, finding ways to make it happen, staying encouraged throughout this time was something that we did weekly. We had Zoom calls weekly with our young ladies. We started reading John Gordon's book, Training Camp. So we started to do some things together to allowing them not to really and truly kind of feel sorry for themselves or focus on the have-nots, for us to remain positive, to be able to take advantage of the things that we can control, eating right, getting the proper rest, being able to condition, in their neighborhoods, outside, doing certain things. We were able to try to instill that in them.
Now, you have a young lady from Port Arthur, Texas. She's a player of the year in the conference. That's very rare to be able to get a player of the year to transfer to your school. How special is she, and how was that process to get her over to Pine Bluff?
One thing about it, I've known Joyce since she was in the 11th grade. When I was the head women's basketball coach at Prairie View, she came to our basketball camp for 2 years in a row, I believe. And we won't talk about that story. But one thing about it is, as a recruiter, when you have an opportunity to recruit these student athletes, I tell people all the time, just because they don't fall in your lap the first time doesn't mean that they won't fall in your lap the second time. So having an opportunity to have a relationship with Joyce, throughout her years, I've always celebrated her. I've always teased her, since I've known her. She's really, really special, and we're thankful to have her here. And, when she texted me, I was completely shocked. I was like, are you serious? And she was really, really excited. She'll talk a little bit about what she wants to accomplish and why she decided to come here. But, we're really thankful and blessed to have her here. We got some great pieces around her, and she's going to be special for us.
Well, thank you so very much, and good luck to you this season.
Thank you so much.
All right, well,
All
Joyce
right.
Gibson.
Hello, Ms. Kennerson. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. You're from Port Arthur, Texas,
That's
so
correct.
you should know every UGK song known to man, correct?
No, probably just one song. If anything, just one.
Just one? Okay. Okay. All right. First of all, your journey to Arkansas Pine Bluff. Can you expound upon that?
It's a big adjustment knowing that I was always I would say close to being home type person. I always wanted my family to be around. Every game I want my family there. So this is a big adjustment knowing that I'm miles away from my family and that in order for me to fly out and see them, it's very hard. But I mean, you have to put it on your big girl pants one day.
That's true. That's true. So why did you choose Arkansas Pine Bluff?
Knowing the background of my coach, she knows sources, and I have a big, like, I want to say a big feeling about it that she'll get me far of where I want to go.
Okay. Was it tough leaving Texas Southern?
No, not at all. Well, my teammates, yes, because that was my first home. So since my freshman year, I built relationships with people on campus, regular students, teammates, the assistant coaches, to the trainers. So it was like leaving one family to come to another family.
Okay. Your time away from basketball, were there any thoughts of putting your shoes up and saying that was it? Or was it always a plan to try to find somewhere else to go?
It was something always in me telling me that your journey isn't over. This actually isn't my second opportunity plan. She asked me recently if I wanted to come back, and I was kind of skeptical about it because, like, I didn't know if I still had it or not. Coming from having a child to what postpartum, just stuff going through my head. So it was like she was a big help to me of knowing that I still have someone who believed in me.
How are you enjoying motherhood?
I mean, I'm still adjusting to that, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
What is the baby's name and how's the baby doing?
Bacon, and he's one. He'll turn 2 in February. Um, I see a lot of me in him, from playing with the plugs to going to my Fisher Price goal. Putting the ball in the net. Yeah, it's a lot.
He's already doing that now.
Yes.
Wow. Well, let's talk about this year's team. What type of squad will you have around you, and what are the uh, capabilities of this team that you can already see with the limited practice and meetings that you've had?
I see a lot in this team as far as what I recently played for. My old team was kind of handicapped, one person do one thing, like strictly this one thing, but the team that I'm with now, I see that they could play each position and actually go hard at it. It's not just you play strictly the two, don't play nothing else. I see the point guard playing the two playing the three, the four playing the five. It's just so many options that you could pick from this team.
Was it difficult for you to watch your team struggle last year? And did you want to go out there and be with them?
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, things happen for a reason. I always had hope in my old team that they could do it without me, but I was always there for them, cheering for them. You know,
I hear you. When you take a look at the league outside of Arkansas Pine Bluff, who else do you think can compete for a title?
we're not in competition with nobody. It's us, everyone else under us.
Thank you so very much. Congratulations on the Sun, and good luck to you this
Thank
season.
you.